I want to do this video about the similarities of a game of chess and just life in general. And first of all, I'm here in the beautiful at the Broadmoor Hotel, beautiful city of Colorado Springs. Just an absolutely gorgeous place. Just a quick view, but anyways, um, I've been playing chess since I was probably like 6 or 7 years old, and I taught my kids how to play when they were really young. And so I'm considering myself a pretty good chess player. And over the years, my kids learned the game really well, and for their age group, they've done really well also. And of course, they always complain why they lose. Of course, just so I can teach them how to play the game right, I wouldn't just let them win, and they know this. They have to really try hard. And now, until just recently, we were introduced, I was introduced actually to um, the game of time chess, which for those that haven't played chess, it's playing chess except you're playing against time clock. So each player has a certain amount of time to make their moves, and at the end of that time, whomever runs out of time, they lose. So the concept is a little bit different than playing chess, which the way I was used to and how I learned the game. Where in the old days, the way I played it, and some great uh, um, chess masters used to play for. He used to take hours, sometimes days, to complete one game. And but with the time chess, it's a little bit different because as soon as you make a move, you stop your time uh, on your clock, and then it makes the your opponent's time to start ticking away. So there are two components to win the game. Obviously, one is to be able to um, take away as many pieces as you can from the other player. But most importantly, which I hadn't realized, is you got to keep your eyes on your time. So, needless to say, anytime I played against my boys recently, I did really well, taking away a lot of their chess pieces. But unfortunately for me, I would run out of time, and they would win. And the same thing happened when I played chess online. The same thing, the same concept, and which they would take away. I, I would take away a lot of their pieces, but again, I would lose a lot of the time on time. My time would run out. And of course, when the time runs out, um, I lose. It's really that simple. So, needless to say, I haven't done really been able to score that high, and they score you based on how many games you win and how quickly you can win those games. And I really had high expectations for myself, and which I would normally probably rank a lot higher, but on these chess apps, anytime I play the time chess, I don't do that great. So at this point, actually recently, I realized how similar this game is to the game of life. So in the game of life, we're told to, if you put your mind into to it and put your effort and work hard, you can do anything you want, you can achieve anything you want, you can accomplish anything you want. So we go through life putting our mind into putting our effort into it and trying to accumulate many things. And which rightfully so, a lot of those things that we're talking about, whether it's possessions, money, whatever, it's the accomplishments. They are important. They are important to in the winning, so to speak, of the game of survival. And just life. Those are important tools. You have to have tools. So similar to the other games my kids play, Minecraft, where they have to have so many tools and so many weapons in order to win the game. And I believe life is important. Life also requires to accumulate those tools. And I'm all for it. And I've done it in the past. I've been a pretty motivated guy. So, and until recently, actually, of course, last few years, but more so when I started playing the time chess, I realized how important that element of time is in the survival. So how many people do we know that they've accumulated and accomplished, accumulated a lot of things, what society considers success, accomplished, and then at the end of the day they passed away, and makes you wonder, whether they were aware of, in my opinion at least, the most important element, the most important weapon that we have, which is time. It's given to us. We don't have to even work hard for it. It's already there. It's kind of like when you play a game, and like I mentioned with my kids playing Minecraft, wouldn't that be great that you've been given with the armored suit, let's say, and then we just not aware of it, or maybe at times we take it off and throw it away. We don't need it. I'm gonna need this other weapon. I'm gonna need this other thing. But all along we had that most important survival piece and tool, and we just didn't appreciate it. We didn't really realize that we had it all along. And I really sometimes feel like that's how life goes. I mean, that's how human nature, I guess it's just human nature, that sometimes things are right in front of our faces and we just take it for face value and we try to get other things. It's kind of like, I'm looking at this tree right now, and there are some, even if it's a fruit hanging right in front of me, I don't want that fruit. I want like the one way, way up above and, the top, for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just we consider that as challenging or challenge or whatever we call it, but it's then we go through life that, hey, you know what, the ones that is the so-called low-hanging fruits are not good enough, the ones that way high above on top of that tree, they're the better ones. Says whom? It's the same tree, same fruits. If we cannot enjoy the low-hanging fruits, how can we enjoy the ones if we climb 30 feet up on top of that tree and grab that fruit? Who's to say that we're going to enjoy that? So one thing that for me at least, that I've tried to remind myself on a daily basis, almost like a daily ritual, that be aware of what I already have and try to enjoy what I already have. And before I move on to, grasp and obtain and attain and accomplish other things, which again, that's part of, I guess, our DNA, that we want to, we want to get things, we want to accomplish things. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think it's just built in, it's just, again, in our DNA. And I'm all for it, but I'm also for enjoying what we have, what it's already given to us. Um, and so what's been given to us and it's already there is time. And as long as I'm aware of it, I think that's part of my growth, you know. And whenever I'm with my kids, be present. Whenever I'm with friends, be present. Um, Having a conversation with someone, being at work, um, anywhere at all. It's just the time is the only element that we cannot, no matter how hard we try, no matter how um, put our mind into it or make an effort, you cannot get it back. That's it. You cannot buy that. Everything else, I'm a firm believer, and again, I'm just as motivated as the next person that you can accomplish and you can attain if you put your mind into it. But guess again, I mean, has anybody been able to buy time? That's my thought for today.